Long before the roads were carved by iron and fire, before time learned how to hurry, there stood a great city called Iru-Ayé, a city said to be blessed by the ancestors themselves. It rested where the red earth kissed the forest and the sky leaned low, as if it wished to listen. Iru-Ayé was not built in silence. It was built with songs. At dawn, the city woke to the rhythm of pesos striking mortars, the laughter of children chasing goats, and the deep call of talking drums announcing the new day. The air always carried the scent of palm oil, shea butter, and fresh rain on clay walls. But what made Iru-Ayé unforgettable, what made travelers stop mid-step and forget their journeys, were its people, and most especially, its women. The women of Iru-Ayé moved like poetry. They wrapped themselves in flowing aso-òkè and richly dyed Adire, cloths that told stories through indigo spirals and bold earth tone patterns. Coral beads rested proudly on their necks, wrists, and ankles, glowing against skin the color of polished bronze. Their hair was braided into crowns, high, intricate styles that spoke of patience, artistry, and pride. Each braid was a sentence, each hairstyle, a chapter of identity. When they walked, the ground seemed to remember them. It was said that the women of Iru-Ayé did not only carry beauty, they carried wisdom. Their laughter healed tired hearts, and their voices, when raised in song, could calm storms and soften anger. Even the elders listened when they spoke. Among them was a young woman named Monike, whose name meant, "I have found someone to care for me." But the city knew her by another name, the one whose eyes hold on. Her gaze was steady and kind, and when she danced, her feet spoke to the spirits beneath the earth. Monike wore a wrapper the color of sunset and coral beads passed down from generations of mothers. Wherever she went, children followed, and birds lingered longer on the trees above her head. One season, when the rains delayed and the river grew thin, fear crept into Iru-Ayé. The crops leaned weakly, and the drums beat slower. The people gathered in the square, dressed in their finest garments, not to show pride, but to remind the ancestors who they were. Monike stepped forward, her beads softly clinking like whispered prayers. She sang, not loudly, but truthfully. Her song told of the city's birth, of mothers who tilled the land with babies tied to their backs, of fathers who carved homes from earth and hope, of women who braided history into cloth and hair. The wind carried her voice across the fields, and the sky listened. That night, rain returned. Not in anger, but in blessing. From that day on, Iru-Ayé was remembered not just as a city of beauty, but as a city of grace, where culture was worn on the body, carried in the voice, and passed gently from one generation to the next. And the elders still say, as long as our women dress in memory, walk in pride, and speak with wisdom, our city will never disappear. So when you see coral beads glowing in the sun, or cloth dancing with the wind, remember. Somewhere in the stories, Iru-Ayé still stands.